Hey, I just wanted to say hi, and I am I think, headed to get coffee because I feel kind of weird this morning. So this morning, I think I'm making a really big change in my life, and I'm going to share more details once I have everything in place and everything organized, because it's definitely very big for me, but I will tell you that it has something to do with what happened last week with my supervisor and how she talked to me in front of other people, and how the doctor was trying to force me to do something that I didn't want to do in regards to the vaccine or whatever. And I don't know, I felt so stressed out and everything. But yesterday, I kind of spent all day doing homework, and I kind of felt guilty about it. So I wasn't able to do my homework last week. It was actually an extremely stressful week if you've been hearing my podcast. But I forgot what I was saying. Oh yes, my husband yesterday, I guess I had to write something for my evangelism class about how Jesus restored my life. So it was like a restoration story. So the one I wrote about was how I found Jesus after the divorce from my kid's dad. So I'll tell you a little bit about that. My kid's dad was in high school. He was a really sweet, funny, kind of thin, slender guy, and oh my gosh, we were always laughing. He was my best friend. He was just an amazing person, and I always looked forward to being with him. I didn't know that I liked him in the beginning, but then I started liking him more and more because I just really liked his presence. So then after some time, we ended up being in a relationship after high school, and we ended up getting married. But when we were in a relationship, it was so amazing because there were little things that we would do. We would go buy Score bars, which are kind of like those Heath bars that are toffee with chocolate. We would go to the zoo. We'd have adventures. We'd be so freaking silly all the time, and it just felt kind of meant to be. So of course I was jealous still, because I was like, well, he's the person that I'm with and the person that I care about, and I've always been jealous, I'm going to say, since, I don't know, since I was 13, and that's a whole nother story. But anyways, and jealousy is something I struggled with, but anyways, yes. So anyways, after the military, of course, he completely changed. He became very robotic after tech school. I found out that he was having an affair with a Asian girl, I think, or something. I don't know. In tech school, and he was walking her to her dorm room and other things, kissing. To him, kissing, it doesn't count as cheating, but I guess we all have different definitions. But I think the Bible makes it clear, if you look at somebody with lust in your eyes, you've already committed adultery. But anyways, because I know we're all guilty of that. So I'm not going to be here to judge. I'm just saying that he didn't really ever accept what happened, right? So anyways, after he got divorced, I was devastated because he had a very, very strong, I'm going to say X-rated material addiction. It was so addictive to him that he would go into the bathroom and he'd hide in there. He'd take the computer. I'd wake up. He wasn't by my side because he was on the computer. The computer was pretty much ruling his life. And we used to play a game called World of Warcraft. And in that game, I found out he downloaded some weird patches, kind of a mod or a modification to the game to make the characters run around naked. So he would turn it on and off depending on where I was or whatever. But he was so addicted. At work, he'd be with his friends looking at it on their phone because he would work night shift. Of course, he was mostly absent during my daughter's birth and my daughter's raising, her upbringing, the childhood. He was very, very, very absent. In fact, I remember when we were at my prenatal appointment, I was so excited to hear the heartbeat because I was like, man, the first heartbeat I hear of a baby that I'm having, And then when he went, he was like, this is stupid. This is a waste of time. It's just a bunch of noise. Things like that. I don't know. There's like so many other things I could say about all that. But he just became like a really awful, mean person. But yes. So anyways, like I was so depressed. I felt completely unworthy. I felt like I was just the scum of the earth. I felt like I shouldn't exist. Like, why am I on earth? Like, why did God made me? Why am I here? Anyways, I just felt like complete scum. But, you know, sometimes I actually feel like that, and the reason why I'm kind of talking about it is because I was feeling like that today. My husband actually forgot his, like, hard hat and all his stuff for his work, because, he does, like, construction stuff, and he forgot it, because we put it in the back of, like, my dad's car, when we went to go to Oklahoma this weekend. And so I went to go take it, and like I was so excited because, you know, I'm going to see him and I love him and everything. So then when I go over there, he like, I'm all excited and I see him, and then he like barely wants to hug me and barely acknowledge me, and then he started kind of talking like rough to me, like, because I started trying to be helpful and taking all the things out of the car. I should have just waited for him, because I always end up doing the wrong thing anyway, but I started getting everything out of the car, and then he's like, no, put in the car and meet me over there by my car. And I'm like, why are you talking like that? He's like, I'm not talking to you rude. And then I was like, oh my gosh, I already freaking screwed up somewhere. So I already started feeling like those worthless feelings, like, man, I'm worthless, I'm nothing, I'm scum, things like that. And then, you can go. And then I started thinking, like, man, like, I'm sorry. I was laughing because, I don't know, just something stupid. But okay, so I was, I don't know, like, I felt so embarrassed because, like, when I went to go meet him outside of the car, I was so happy that I went to go for a hug and a kiss. And he was so not interested. Like, he just kind of blew me off. And I'm like, hey, what about my hug? And he seemed really quite embarrassed. Hold on. He seemed really quite embarrassed. Sorry. Look, I'm gonna have to continue this later, because so I'm actually headed home, and people are like driving insanely crazy. It is Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. Especially people's lack of driving skills, or egos are bigger in Texas. Let's see, selfishness. Is that how you say that word? Anyways, I do have to continue this later, but I just wanted to tell you that I was extremely hurt by my husband's actions, and on my way home, I started thinking all these bad things, like, man, I'm stupid, I'm worthless, nobody loves me, my parents hate me. Like, all these negative things. And I had to, like, I was listening to K-Love, which is a Christian channel, and I started thinking, wait, that's not true. Like, I'm special, I'm worthy, I'm loved, I'm, royalty, daughter of the King of Kings. So sometimes you have to kind of turn the script. You have to turn the script around and be like, who are you? Yes, my parents don't love me. Yes, my husband treated me like trash, and sometimes he, I guess, treats me like an indentured slave. Yes, my brother doesn't really love me. Yes, my boss thinks I'm, I don't know, scum or worthless or whatever, and I don't know, like, everybody thinks something so bad of me, but I don't feel that way about myself, and it's kind of sad to me when I start feeling that way, because I don't feel like that I deserve it, I mean, like, if I think about who I was, like, think about yourself as a child, that little kid with big dreams and big eyes and a big heart, so innocent and sweet, and you just want to be loved, you just want to be held, you just want to be cherished and just remembered, you just want to be loved for who you are, and in the most unconditional, unselfish, in the most open way, where you can be completely vulnerable, and that it's not going to be hurtful. If you think about that little person that you were, if you think about them right in front of you, how would you hurt that person with those words that the other people are telling you? Like, would you tell them, man, you're worthless? or you should know better than that, or you, I don't know, would you turn away a little hug or a kiss from that little person? They're so cute, they're so small, they're so tiny, look at that little face. Look how you were, like, that's you, you were a real person, you are a real person, you were hurt, you were abused, you were tormented mentally, emotionally, physically, like tormented, and you never deserved it. So yes, I honestly don't deserve to be treated like crap, but it happens. But because it happens, you know what? I do have to remember that I am a daughter of God, that I am something, I am someone, and so are you. A masterpiece, something so freaking beautiful, gorgeous, unique, and no matter of all the combinations, the DNA combinations in the world, no one will ever be exactly like you. That is how amazing you are. Think about the lives you've impacted. Yes, you've messed up. Yes, you've made mistakes. Yes. But think about all the good things that you've done for people, the good things you've tried. Think about the things you've accomplished. Think about the times that you thought it was like ready to give up and then you kept going. Like, that is strength. That is God working through you. Don't give up. Just because everybody wants to put you down, it doesn't mean this is what you are. This is just what they want to see because of their own broken selves. But you know what? We're all broken, but God can make a complete masterpiece out of all the broken pieces that existed. Even glass was once sand, and the sand had to experience immense amounts of heat to become something so beautiful. I just want to leave you with that thought as I head to go get my coffee. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. I definitely don't feel alone when you're here with me. So God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Bye.